Good afternoon. This is Paul, and I will be taking you through some components on Figma, then also implementing the design with HTML and CSS thereafter. Our first component we'll be dealing with will be a login form, just a simple login form. I'll have to design it out on Figma first, then I'll take it down to we're making use of Replit to code it out later on. But firstly, let's design that on Figma. And I'm sure this is not a beginner for Figma also, and also won't be a beginner for coding. This is just implementing a design on Figma, then coding it out using HTML and CSS. So first thing I know you're familiar with the frame, which is also one tool you have to use constantly on Figma. So I have to also manually drag out my frame on the board, then give it in a size of 1440 or default desktop size. I think, yeah, default desktop size. So what I'll do next is and just size this up. So let me just edit this and give it a sample one. Yeah. Then what I'll do next is change the color for this, the fill actually for this. Uh, so what I'll do when I click on this, I get the properties on this right hand side. So I just have to give a little bit of white. I don't have a genuine design template, a color template I'm working with now presently, but I'm just taking this off white a bit and say F3, F3, F3. Okay. With that, let me just take it a bit up and just F2, F2, F2. So I have that. And I also need to create a form at the center of this. So creating this form, I have to drag out a rectangle. So I just need to draw this manually. Now I'm not fixed on any size yet. So let's make the width, let's give a width of 400, then a height of 400 or so. Let's see how it goes. So I'll just use these settings on my right hand side. So now I have to give this a color, yeah, which I can also let me give a pure white. Since I'm coming off white, let me give a pure white so it sits basically on it. Then I need to zoom in into this a bit. So now we have to put in text and some inputs in this. So first thing I'll do, I have to click on text, then I'll log in all caps. So I'll be using or text property I'll be using today would be the typographic font type will be, let's say, Intel. No, let me see if I have Poppins and stuff. Yeah, I'm running on Poppins. So with this, I should have mm, increased this to a bit of 16. No, let me just take it above 16 to 20. Now, one thing you have to do, you can see the padding or the space from the top to this is 82. From the left and right side is 170 and 171. So what I will just do, I just need to adjust this a bit up. I make it, let me just move on. 80, yeah, I have that. Then I also need to give it a bit of bold. Yeah, I have this. So just need to expand this a bit. Should I line it? Not, we don't need line it. Paragraph spacing. Okay, let me just enter letter spacing and just give it 3%. So no, let me increase this to 8%. Yeah. So I have that. I still need to place it at the middle. So now we have to create out our inputs now. So I still make use of this rectangle. So I need to resize it to stay at the middle of this. But I also want a bit of space from here. Let me make it 24 from top. So minding our white spaces, I need to duplicate this also, having that duplicate this for the submit button also. So this takes another, let's give it a dark color. Yeah, so then we'll just sit all this. Let's give them a bit of curve. Let's say 20. I really want full curve, so let's say 5. So just a bit of curve there. So here I'm gonna place an input into this. This taking a D9, D9, D9. Now let's just bring down the opacity bits. Let's say I need something a bit. I place it at 90%. Okay, yeah, we can work with this. So we need a text inside also. So I click out. Let's say let's use username. So I need to reduce this. So I need to reduce the text input for this to 16 and reduce it to normal regular. So I'm going to zoom in. So I need it to be a bit, let's say 18, 15%, 9, 8, let's say 15% off section. You also have to duplicate this also for it. And I put in password also for it. This is a placeholder. So someone that stumbles on this page, we know we have to input your username and password. So let's make this a bit, let's a bit, uh, let's reduce this a bit. So I'll be working with this, let's say 65 should be okay. So I think this should work. Then I also have to duplicate this, then give it a fill of pure white, then say login, full caps, then I have to make it bit bold or medium and place it at the center of that. This should work. So we have this already almost into place. So next thing I can do is let me give this also a bit of 3%. Let me increase this a bit to 24 so it stands out so you know to log in to Fabia. So what I can do next is let's create a forgot password also. So we'll do something this way. So say forgot, sorry, I have to type forgot password. So so how do I can also I just want something different. 24, 18, 24. So let me zoom in. I'll give this a separate field. Let me go off blue. Yeah, yeah. So can have this set in place. So so since we're running on blue, let me change this back to the same blue as that. Yep. And this could also pick this blue. Okay, let's make some things. Let's move to blue. Yeah, seems blue will surely work a bit. Yeah, So I'll increase this a bit. So this should be okay. So let's still give this same blue we had. So let's give it a tiny. Yeah, so it stands out. So this is almost complete. So I have to group these components together. So when I drag, they don't move. I group. So then I group all the components together with this. So group. So we're done with this. Basically, this is how it stands out. So this is how the section is for login. So I can export this section out. So I just come scroll down. So click on export and click preview to see what I'm exporting. I don't want to export as JPEG, export as PNG. So let me increase this to type 4. Let me increase the fill for this low. So yeah, so we could export that. So I could have a copy I can work with. Export sample one. I also export that section. So since that is done, so this is what we have now. Yeah, what we have now. So I got FIGMA loading. Okay, so FIGMA is back. So there's one thing I just want to take note of. I click on this, hold on Alt 3938, 3938, 3938. So let me just see, zoom in, if I can collapse one. So let me see, 3840. So one step, 3939, 3840. So I just need to zoom in, measure in pixel, zoom out, zoom out, 40. Do same, do same or almost, just three and zoom out. So can just do something like this. So let me check this out again. If it is centered, so I think we done. Yeah, we're done with this. So this is just a few. We can since yeah we can move that center. This 400 pixels of width to 400 pixels to height. So we have padding left and right to be 39 pixels. So we can always see the properties here. When you click on any component, then click on inspect, you will always see the properties here at your right hand side. Then let's see. Okay, so since we're done with this, thank